Okay, let's do another review on this test. Net pay. I've left you a lot of room to work. You work 44 hours at your job in a week. You make $10 per hour. You have 7% deducted from your paycheck for federal taxes. You also have 5% deducted for Social Security. You also have $30 deducted for health insurance. Find your net pay. So, I worked more than 40 hours, okay? So since I did work more than 40, there's the regular pay, there's the overtime pay. That's a V, okay? So for regular pay, again, it's dollars times hours. And the dollar, we use the dollars from the problem for regulars, $10, but not 44, it's just 40. So 10 times 40 is 400. Now for overtime, again, it's dollars times hours. Okay, so we need to take that dollars amount and multiply it by 1.5. And to find our hours, we need to take the 44 that are in the problem and minus 40. That's 4. So 15 times 4 would be 60. And now I plus those, and that's 460. That's the first part of the problem. Now, you have 3 deductions to make, the 7%, the 5%, and then the $30. So minus, 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 and 3%. Okay, and then the 3 money labels. Money. Now, to find out your money, what you need to do first is write your percents. So you got 7%, and you got 5%. And both of those percents are of 460, okay? Because I'm done with that part, okay? So of 460, of 460. Now remember what we have to do. We have to make our percent operational by dividing it by 100. So 0.07. Then of means times, so now we times those. Say, so 32.2, so that's $32.20. Now the other percent, 5, so I divide 5 by 100, is 0.05. And then again, of means we're going to multiply. So 0.05 times 460, that's 23. Now, the other dollar amount we already have, we have $30, okay? So, 30. So, I take 460 minus 32.20 minus 23 minus 30. 374.8. So, $374.80 is the answer. Okay, our next problem deals with health insurance. You go to the hospital and the total cost is, remember, anytime we have health insurance, we want to set these 2 spaces up. We have our deductible and then blank percent of blank, and that's called the rest. Okay, so you go to the hospital and the total cost is $2,000. Your insurance has you pay a $50 deductible and 10% of the rest. Find your cost. So the deductible is $50. And the percent we know is 10, so 10%. But I don't know the of, so I need to go over here. I need to take $2,000 and minus $50. That's 1,950. And that's the rest. Now we got to take the 10% divided by 100. That's 0.1, so I cross that out, 0.1. Remember, of means you're going to times. So 0.1 times 1,950. That's 195. So I add these together, and that's my answer. So 50 plus 195. That's 245, and that's your final answer. That's how much you have to pay. That's your cost, 245. Number 3, life insurance. So with life insurance, we make our ratios. It's a ratio. You get a 10-year term life insurance policy worth a face value of $50,000. The insurance rate is $5 per $1,000 of the face value per year. Find how much you pay in a year. So this is my ratio, $5 per 1,000. And then if I die, my family's going to get $50,000. So I put that down here in the other ratio, and it forms a proportion. So I cross multiply and divide by 1,000. So 5 times 50,000 divided by 1,000 is 250. So I pay 250 per year. Okay, next is commission. At your job, you get paid on commission. You get paid 15% of your sales. Find your pay if your sales were $7,000. So commission, we want to put our percent off to the side, so 15%. And that's the only percent, so that starts at 0. And it's going to go to my sales, which were $7,000 because it's on all sales. Okay, now we need to make our percent operational by dividing 15 by 100. So I cross that out, 0.15 times, then I take 7,000 minus 0, 7,000. So I take 0.15 times 7,000, and I get 1,050. Okay, then we have another commission. Remember, commission, you're looking for percents. Your job offers extended commission. The rate is 4% on the first $5,000 of sales. So again, we have 4%, and that's from 0 to 5,000. The rate is 6% on the next $5,000 of sales, so I have 6%, and I drop 5,000. But it says next, okay? So it says next. Again, next means add, okay? So you take 5,000 plus 5,000. 10,000. Okay, and then we have another percent, 12%. So 10,000, I drop that down. And I leave that empty. Now, let's go find our sales. Our sales were 17,000. So 17,000 is higher than 5,000. It's higher than 10,000. So 17,000. Okay. Now, we need to make our percents operational. So 4 divided by 100, 0.04. I will times that, multiply it, by 5,000 minus 0, which is 5,000. So So 0.04 times 5,000 is $200. Plus, now I have to figure the next one out. So 6 divided by 100 is 0.06 times, and then I minus these two. What I'm doing is figuring out how much money's in that bracket when I minus. That's 5,000. So I'm going to find 6% of 5,000. So 0.06 times 5,000 is 300. Plus 12, so I divide 12 by 100. 0.12 times, and then I minus these. 7,000, okay? Okay, and then I multiply. 840. Okay, so I want to add these together then. $1,340. Okay, now these are pretty short. I make $12 per hour at my job. How much will I make if I work 22 hours? So I write 12 down times the hours. Well, I have 22 hours, so 22 equals $264. Okay, that's how much I made. Okay, now number 7. I make $15 per hour, so I write 15 down times, but I don't have the hours, okay? I don't have hours. So I'm going to use a letter. The letter's X. Equals, I know what it's equal to. It's equal to 300, okay? So I divide. I divide by 15. Divide by 15. And 300 divided by 15 is 20. Now, what didn't you have? You don't have hours, so it's 20. Now you do 20 hours.